Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well and having a great weekend. I welcome you all in another amazing podcast. I have a very special guest here with me, Disha from India. Hi, Disha. How are you?
Hey Muaaz, thank you for having me here. I'm doing well. I actually am very excited to be here. I've been working as a product marketing manager in Instamojo for almost a year now. It's a fintech startup in India, and yeah, I'm excited to share my experience and learnings with you today.
Perfect. I appreciate your time and looking forward to listening some good stories from this role which you're doing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so perfect. So, what about this product marketing management thing? What is it? What is it all about? And actually, how this role is for you? How can you relate with that?
Okay. So basically, as the name suggests, product marketing manager, it's a mixture of both product management and marketing. So to give you a better context, there are two major roles that go hand in hand: product management and product marketing. A lot of companies actually have so the role and the requirements basically depend on the company, its structure, and their industry as well. So each company has its own set of requirements for these roles. So I can talk about how our company works. So basically, whatever product you build, right? Or say, for example, you have your own dashboard, and when a user signs up, when whatever they see inside the dashboard, inside the product, comes under product management. Whatever you built for the
Hmm.
merchant. Whereas product marketing takes care of all the other aspects where you actually bring the customer to your platform. So it can be via your landing pages, it can be via your email journeys, it can be via your retargeting ads or other paid promotions and everything, right? So whatever helps you bring the customer onto the platform and retain them as well is what comes under product marketing. And there are multiple tools and multiple objectives that are related to it, so you just have to work according to them. This is the basic dissection and understanding of product marketing. Obviously, like I mentioned, these the roles and the requirements and the responsibilities depend on and differ from each company, right? So yeah, that's that.
Related, बिल्कुल agree to that. Because I guess when you mentioned about this product thing, being into product management, I definitely can that differentiate what you're mentioning about this product marketing thing, and this is a bit slight of a difference, but how it actually differs from what product management is all about. So, what about your career journey? How you actually, started this or ended up into PMM thing?
So, like any other fresh graduates, when they just graduate out of college, they are not really sure what they want to do. I was in the same phase, and so my entire career up until now has been like a lot of trial and error methods. Okay, so basically just trying out different things and seeing what works for me. So I graduated in economics honors, by the way, and when once I graduated, I realized that I do have interest in economics, but I don't really relate to all the direct opportunities and prospects that come out of that degree, right? So which is why I started exploring more, and I stumbled upon product management as well, amongst the other things. Product management really interested me, and which is why I also took up a course on Udemy by Cole Mercer and Evan Kimbrell. An amazing course, by the way. So it was more like a crash course into the basics of product management.
Yeah.
Once that was done, I wanted to have some hands-on experience and then take an informed decision, which is why I started looking for internships right after the course. And luckily, instead of an internship, I in fact landed a job, because I was apparently one of the very few candidates who had actually taken the pain of understanding the role, instead of just like trying for the sake of it, right? So I landed a job because of that, and yeah, here I am now. I worked for 3 years into the as a product manager, and in fact, in my earlier companies, I was the youngest and the only female product manager, which I consider a huge achievement. But yeah, so after 3 years, I realized that there's something still missing that I really need to involve in my career, and that particular thing was basically getting in touch with the customers more, understanding what the
Mm.
customer exactly wants, and then getting them to it, right? So, which is why I shifted my career again, like tilted it a bit towards marketing management, and yeah, here I am now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So that's a good achievement. First up, hats off to you on being a good achiever, and like so uh being from product to product marketing. I guess it gives you a more understanding of what usually customer journey is all about. Because ultimately, what we usually do in product management side is ultimately our key focus is all about what customer is, either it's a merchant or a customer, what actually we have to offer. And when we get into this product marketing thing, not just the technical part, we actually include the mediums, that whether branding or any other thing that's related to that to capture more insights and to really target them quite effectively. So yeah, I would say a good switch, and hopefully you'll be having a good learning experience for sure.
Hopefully. Thank you so much, Muaz.
Perfect. So what about a PMM specifically into fintech?
Okay, so when we talk about fintech industry basically includes anything and everything related to finance, right? Wherever finance and tech meets, that's fintech. So our role as a PMM is the most important bit there is whatever you make, whatever the product teams make, or whatever our company actually launches, be it a huge product or be it a very small feature, our main focus is getting the merchant or getting a target audience understand what really it is about, right? So, so right now, Instamojo is actually so our target audience is small and medium sized merchants. So,
Mm.
which is why, as a product marketer, it is my job that whatever functions or whatever features that we're introducing in the market for these merchants, they're able to understand them. They're able to understand the value. Just because we're creating we're trying to solve the problems that they're facing by developing some features doesn't mean that they're going to understand it and be able to adopt them that easily, right? So that is
Yeah.
one of the main aspects that we have to focus on to get features uh, to take the features and make the merchants understand their value and their usage as well, thereby also working for the company's betterment, right? Be it revenue, be it retention, all of these things. So we have to like reach a balance, create a balance between these two. So that is the most important aspect while working as a PMM in a fintech startup. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so, what are some of the mediums that you think with focusing on, bringing ease to the merchants? What do you think? So, do you guys have some YouTube testimonials or something, or like, what are they called? Uh, Tutorials, basically. So, is it something like that that you allow merchants to have a look and that can then they can get benefit from what Instamojo has to offer to them, or
Uh,
something else?
So we do have all of those that you mentioned. We have YouTube tutorials as well. We have different product how-to videos. We have support articles. Apart from all of these, so like if you know if I am a merchant, say right now, and if I know what I'm looking for, I will be able to find it. But what about merchants who are confused and they don't know what to look for, right? That is where we come in. What we do is we basically say pick a handful of features based on the objectives. Say, for example, a quarter's objective, this quarter's objective is, say, retention of the users, increase the retention of the users by a certain percentage, right? So
Hmm.
when your objectives are decided for a particular quarter, what you then do is scope out the projects for it. ठीक है कि how can that retention be increased? What can I do for that, right? Say you in order to increase the retention, you decide on marketing a particular feature and also
Hmm.
increasing the signups. Okay, once you've decided those projects, say if it's about marketing a feature, you again have to
Hmm.
then decide the channels and tools like you mentioned. Those channels and tools at our disposal would be most importantly would be retargeting ads, because we're reaching out to our existing users to get them to retain, get them to continue using our product, right? So first would be retargeting ads. The second would be to actually set up drip campaigns or email journeys for them, to get them to understand that yes, these are certain set of features that we think you would like. This is how they work. This is their use, and yeah, please go ahead and use them. So what we do is we create drip campaigns. Drip campaigns basically are emails that are sent out back to back. Okay, and they're not, even though we want you to take certain action, they won't have a particular CTA in them. Basically, they won't have, how to explain it. It doesn't matter if you take the action or not, they will still be sent out. Okay, it depends on the objective. Whereas,
More of an informative content, right?
correct,
Just to okay.
right. Whereas journeys or event triggered journeys are more like where you want the user to take action, and once the user has taken that action, they won't receive those emails anymore,
Hmm.
right? So it again depends on what the objective is. So retargeting ads in these email journeys are the most important uh, tools that we have at our disposal. Now, say for example, we want to increase the signups. Again, we would have certain tools at our disposal. One would be again ads, the paid ad campaigns that we'll be working on to get more signups, to get more users, to tell more users about what InstaMojo is about, or what features do we provide them with that can help them with their business. So one is that. The second one would be, again, the most important one would be our website. So and anything and everything on the website basically comes under product marketing, because that is again a very important uh, same channel from which you can acquire signups, right? People,
Hmm.
if they know about your business, they're going to come to your website. That is how they're going to sign up. They're bound to explore about your business and your features. So that is what comes under product marketing as well. So it basically depends on your objectives as to what channel or medium you pick up. There are other various mediums as well, but yeah, they differ from company to company again.
Agreed. Relatable. I guess give but the information you've provided actually, but I can relate to this in a way that ultimately it's depend on the objective and the strategy. I'll definitely come to the strategy part as well. But ultimately it's the strategy what tells you that I know how and when and what to do.
Right,
So the where be it product or be it product marketing, I guess the key thing is that strategy thing that it defines the whole pattern that with how to go for something.
right,
So coming to COVID. So the last year was about COVID,
right.
the main headline was COVID-19.
Definitely.
What happened to fintech in India during COVID?
Okay, so obviously, because of COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs, and many merchants actually faced huge losses, and a lot of people had to close down their shops and their businesses entirely. But one thing that I would say was good about everything is that this forced people to move online, right? Pandemic actually forced people to not just merchants in general, but everyone was forced to move online, and that too globally, right? And so I was the other day I was actually reading this some stats on this, and apparently like if you talk about e-commerce in general, apparently e-commerce has seen the highest rise in this year, and it has reached 16.4% globally in the retail sector, which is amazing. And so they're all so like the growth of e-commerce, right? Just the e-commerce business, because so many people have moved online, they have started shopping online. A lot of merchants has have started putting up their businesses online. Because of all of that, the growth of e-commerce, right, which was forecasted to grow in the next 10 years, that entire growth happened in just 90 days, and that too globally,
Agreed.
which is amazing, right? So
True.
which again, coming back to the fintech industry, which again was a very good thing for the fintech industry as well. So fintech industry obviously mainly focuses on all the solutions that we can provide to our customers online, right? So
Yep.
in the same way, our company also was doing the same. So our InstaMojo was started out as a payment gateway earlier in 2009, and uske baad they introduced smart links, and they introduced other payment features, right, to help customers be able to collect payments. And it has been doing well. It has been doing great. We've seen great numbers on our dashboard and everything, and people are loving the product as well. We also had, up until then, we also had a free store where we just had a very simple basic store which you can sign up for. You don't have to pay any fees for using the platform. You will just have to pay a fees when any customer actually makes a transaction on your store. So that was a pretty decent model. And we were, before COVID itself, we were anyway planning on revamping our online store. Okay, the online store experience, we were anyway planning on introducing the freemium bit there, ki like have a free store as well and a premium store as well, like a premium feel to the store.
Mm.
So we were already working on it, and the development had already started. But when COVID happened, when the lockdown happened, it just was a huge shock. Obviously, everyone was just very surprised, and not just work wise, but in their personal lives as well, right? So, like for a couple of days, it was a bit haphazard because everyone was trying to grasp the fact that, हाँ, ऐसा कुछ हुआ है. Something of this scale has happened globally, right? It is a pandemic after all. So globally everything has come to a standstill. So it took a couple of days to actually get a handle of it. But then we once we had a clear idea of what is happening, and how this is gonna stay like it is gonna stay like this, what we decided is that we're going to fast track this. We're going to fast track the development of the online store, right? So the product teams had to like pull all nighters, and they finally were able to launch the online store. And before that itself, what we did was, as a product marketing strategy, we also launched campaigns to get pre-orders for the premium online store. Okay,
Ah,
so we did all of this because, and we, like I said, because pandemic forced people to move online. That was again our pitch. Again, it became our pitch, right? That since everything is moving online, why don't you also move your business online? And we're already introducing a premium store. Why don't you we have a pre sign up offer for you, like do that you can purchase it right now and get it for a discounted price whenever it launches. So all of that was there, like the proper marketing was there around it. And yeah, we did get a lot of signups there itself, and also a lot of subscriptions for the new online store as well. And yeah, I personally think that it was an amazing strategy on the business end as well, because we were already doing it, right? But fast tracking it and giving the merchants what they wanted when they wanted it was amazing. And right now we're seeing more store subscriptions than ever. We're also seeing a lot of growth, and the best part is that merchants are actually liking it. They're liking the fact that they have some place to go and build their own store and take their business online. So we also have this holistic kind of a store where um, you have like an inbuilt payment gateway, you have inbuilt shipping services, you have your own CRM, you can send out campaigns to your customers, you can set up SEO settings, HTML, CSS customization, anything and everything. So like it's obviously a mixture of both free and premium features, like the premium model that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, it is amazing, and we're seeing a much higher growth than ever. So yeah, although it was a blocker at first, I'm glad that all of us together were able to turn it into an opportunity later on. So yeah, it's been great. It's been tough, but it's been great.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's the best part, you know. That's how businesses, you know, transform themselves, and eventually when they revamp for quite awesome, you know, in a very, very decent manner. So you talked about ecom, and you know, being a part of ecom here, I totally agree with you that the last year was like not just our you know number of orders and you know everything increased. It's more about the industry players who joined, you know, in the second quarter basically last year. They were like massive, not just in Pakistan, but just specifically in the city of Karachi as well. And you know, currently what's happening is that you know you have this idea of grocery, you know, that you get it immediately. So that concept of express shipping. So basically, express shipping was there previously, and now it's as fast as you get it in 30 minutes. So it's that much instant now. So that's you know, and that's basically so from the start of 2020 people you know started their behavior you know joining things and they were as you mentioned coming towards online so be it a grocery store be it or you know a fashion brand or something you know they're joining in more about payments so basically the payment modules that we have here they actually highlighted that you know they have higher level of subscription and you know their usage increased as well so people were coming and the best part was when in the last two quarters, I would say that you know people adapted and strategized in a very decent manner, quite smartly. That you think of it, you're getting you know your grocery and everything, and like from not just grocery, you're fresh and everything right at your doorstep in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, yeah, or in an hour. It's like what does you want to get? So the things are changing and they're changing for good. And somehow I believe that you know this COVID thing ultimately into our region, you know, this subcontinent thing, it helped people to realize the importance of going online. You
Right.
know, so even though we have companies, but still we do have those you know mid-tier or SMEs where there is you know a bit what you say it's a hindrance to consider online as a gift you know, or more of a gift is like an opportunity, a very good, massive opportunity going online. And now this COVID thing, I believe in 2020, it made those, you know, CEOs, those professionals realize that, you know, you have to be online if you have to survive, actually.
Yeah. And so it's not just the e-commerce bit, right? It's all the sectors, like all the sectors globally, are actually now demanding that speed and efficiency in their business. So, like you mentioned, people are right now giving express deliveries, right? Be it groceries or everything. So that again, that logistics bit is also increasing because of all of this. So even the logistics business hasn't seen that much growth in so many years, right? So
Mhm.
all the sectors are demanding that speed and efficiency, and because of COVID it happened, right? it I get it that yes, it is something that has been a huge blocker in almost everyone's life, be it personally or professionally, but it has somewhere or the other given businesses that boost that they really needed, right? So yeah, that I think is amazing. Like every cloud has a silver lining sort of a thing there. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing that COVID has done. At least one thing.
That's a good thing, like for businesses it's good ultimately, and that gives you being a profession, it gives you a promising thing that like things ultimately are getting better, and things are changing for in a very good manner. It's just that personally you have to take care of yourself, and like with all those measures that we have to take. Other than that, there are big opportunities that I believe coming up.
Right, absolutely. So, like in the fintech industry as well, it's not just about the e-commerce business or the store part, right? Again, like the payments bit is also increasing a lot. People are now more often than not, even the elderly people now, they also are more aware about the UPI payments, how to actually collect and make payments online, say via Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay, how to use all of these apps, how to do net banking. They're asking more questions about all of these and all of these payment methods, and they're learning them more themselves. And that again is amazing. Like I said, every aspect is demanding that speed and efficiency. And the best bit is that we, as like on a global level, or all the companies are able to somewhere or the other provide for that, which is amazing.
Agreed. This reminds me of actually what I've actually mentioned here is more about B2C. This thing what you mentioned reminds me of the another massive sector that's B2B, and like I don't think that the people or shopkeepers have ever imagined that they'll be placing their bulk orders from right at their fingertips from any application, and they'll be getting it the very next day. Like no matter how big your order is, you're gonna carry it right out to your shop or your supermarket, in the very next day. And that's it's a powerful thing. I was just previously talking about this B2C, and this the way you mentioned it, this reminds me of we are empowering our SME sector in this grocery market as well. So although they are into retail, they are physical stores, but how they are getting their products, again, that logistics parts, that part is so empowered that, being physical, they are using online as their effective tool. So again, wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm pretty much enjoying this conversation, Disha. I hope there is some summary or something from your side. So all those aspiring PMMs or those aspiring PMs who can have some words from you. So
Um, so I would just basically say, as from a career perspective, I would say do not shy away from trying out different things. Like I love what I do right now. I love my work, and I came here. I was able to find this particular career prospect because I didn't settle for something that I didn't like, or I wasn't entirely happy with, right? Like even though I mentioned I had 3 years of experience, and trust me, I loved that job. Okay, and I loved what I did there as well. But after a certain time I felt that nahi, there has to be some improvement. Some or the other aspect has to be improved so I can learn more and I can connect more to the role, right? Which is why I moved this, and I have never been more happier. So, one, I would say my mantra for anyone out there would be to just try and learn more things. If you feel that, okay, there is something missing, or you feel like, ki, nahi, this particular role in itself can be optimized, then try and look for blog posts. There are so many people that can help you out. Try and reach out to them, talk to them, pick up any courses if you want to. Just keep on improving your skill set as well. Even if you're happy with the job, just keep on improving your skill set and be in touch with what you really want. So yeah, I think that would be my mantra. As for for the career bit, as for PMM, yeah, I really hope this whatever changes that COVID has brought into our careers and also our work environment, they improve. right? They don't stay the same, they improve. And these changes remain as well somewhere or the other. That people still, even even once the COVID situation has settled down, we don't know how long is it going to take to for everyone to actually be able to get the vaccine and then be able to get on with their normal lives, right? So I really hope the behavioral changes that we have observed during COVID with our merchants and with our consumers, those remain and they improve over time as well. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Quite a good summary, I believe. You summed it well, both personally, professionally. It's a good mix. Appreciate your time, Disha. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I hope the people who are into these roles or who aspire to be in this role in future would have learned a lot. And till the next podcast, I say you all. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Mas. Bye.